Greetings everyone and welcome. This is Neo and you're watching Fintech. If you enjoy our content, please do not forget to leave a like. You can subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be informed about our later videos. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Before we start our video, let's hear our legal disclaimer. None of the information given in this video should be taken as financial advice. Please make your investments according to your own research. We, as crypto investors or enthusiasts, even know that crypto has grown really fast. But anyone who has tried to navigate through Web3 knows that it can also be quite frustrating. First of all, every blockchain has its own wallet, gas, token, bridge, and different transaction logic. So it's a really fragmented landscape. You can understand it when you look at it. And the fragmentation makes even simple actions feel really complicated. And this is also important when we try to understand why not many users do come into crypto and switch to Web3 fully. And actually, if this problem is solved, Web3 will be much more widespread and much more important in the world. And the project, which we're going to focus on today, actually tries to solve this problem in a very clever way. And the idea of Mono protocol is real simple. One account, one balance, and one click. So instead of juggling through multiple wallets and worrying about cross-chain transfer, for example, Mono turns your experience into a single unified layer that connects everything behind the scenes without you even noticing, but in a good way, of course. And as you can see on their official website, the interface feels intentionally clean. The dashboard and rewards hub are designed for clarity, showing how balances, transactions, and staking opportunities all exists under one identity here rather than scattered across chains. So actually, let's unpack how this all works and what Mono token brings to the ecosystem and why this pre-sale stage has attracted attention both from developers, early users, and early investors. As they also say, at its core, Mono is a universal chain abstraction protocol. The term might sound a little too technical, but the idea is very, very straightforward. It connects different blockchains so that users can interact with them through a single account. You can actually think of it as a middle layer that hides the complexity of cross-chain operations. So instead of manually bridging or paying gas on different networks, which can really be cumbersome, I know from experience, Mono handles that logic in the background. From the user's point of view, it becomes a unified experience, like a one-stop shop, one balance that works everywhere. And actually the integration with different methods are also important in terms of payments and how you navigate through this blockchain, and Mono actually solved this too. Because they bring something new to this model, something called liquidity locks, which is a feature that ensures MEV resilient execution. So in simple terms, as they explain, it prevents manipulation and guarantees fair transaction ordering, which has been a long-standing issue in DeFi, really. And everything in this ecosystem, of course, runs through a token, and this token is called Mono, simply. This token has a lot of utility, which is nice to see, and also grants you the rights to governance and governance assets. As you can see in their documentation, it powers several essential layers of the protocol. Starting with universal gas payments, you can pay transaction fees across chains using Mono token. And that also means, in my book, that token will actually hold its value because it will always be in use and liquid and important in the ecosystem. Protocols, fees, and staking are also an important asset that you get when you hold Mono, because tokens are used to secure and sustain network operations. Mono also gets execution bonds because ensuring reliability and fairness in cross-chain actions is important, and Mono token is used here. And as I've mentioned, governance rights are also important, giving holders the ability to participate in decision-making and also revenue distribution. So these kinds of multiple functions that Mono token has ties the token value directly to the protocol's usage. So the more you transact through Mono, the more demand's built across this tokenized economy, sustaining the value. Speaking about token, we should also speak about the presale, of course, because Mono's presale is currently structured in a progressive batch system, and right now the token price is quite low, especially when you compare it to expected launch price. So in this presale, there are 197 batches in total, each with a gradually increasing price. For example, right now, if you check Mono's presale, you can see that the price is 0.045, which is quite low, especially compared to 0.5 at token launch. And out of $9 million target, they have already raised $2.85 million, which is quite a lot of investment. Having said that, Mono also includes an onboarding reward system, which I think is the highlight of this presale and highlight of what you can do with Mono right now, where participants get up to $400 in Mono bonuses and promo codes offering up to 200% purchase boosts, which are really great. These are visible inside the Rewards Hub, where users can explore referral and tier-based reward structures directly, as you can see. And actually, this hub functions as a gamified layer. Users can complete specific tasks, invite others, or reach milestones to earn extra Mono tokens. These bonuses can stack with presale purchases, which is real nice, making it a hands-on way to grow holdings, basically. So this approach turns the early participation phase into something dynamic rather than passive. You're interacting with the platform, exploring the mechanics, and seeing how multi-chain abstraction works in practice and sharing it with friends and on social media. Having said that, the total presale allocation sits at 533 million Mono, with payments accepted in ETH, BTC, USDC, USDT, and DAI, and other major altcoins, as you can see on the website here. And as you can see on their dashboard, the interface clearly tracks presale batches, available bonuses, and your Mono balance in real time, which is nice. You can also reach the leaderboard and referral system using your dashboard. And when you go to your referral section, you can copy and share your code to get 15% Mono when you invite your friends. Having said that, you can find my referral link down in the descriptions of this video. So this presale is happening at what appears to be the most advantageous stage, before the product's public release and before there's lots of investments and holding batches are passed so that the price has grown. So Mono's MVP, which is minimum viable product, is already near completion, with beta launch scheduled for the last quarter of 2025. And the beta will include first SDK, software development kit, and developer tools, opening the doors for projects and apps to integrate directly into Mono's abstraction layer. In other words, this isn't a distant promise or presale for a presale, basically. But the infrastructure is already in motion, which is nice to see, which we need to look for in these kinds of projects. And as you can see on their roadmap and community post, the focus now is on onboarding early users and developers who will form the backbone of its multi-chain network. And if you take a look at their social media, you can also understand that Mono emphasizes that it's backed by a team of seasoned blockchain engineers and advisors, many of whom have worked across leading ecosystems like Ethereum, Cosmos, and Polkadot. So, from a broader Web3 perspective, we can understand that Mono isn't just trying to build another blockchain project, but what they're after is an actual platform which will be useful, especially for beginners to crypto, but also great for seasoned investors too. And the way they build it with technological background is also quite good. This becomes a connective protocol that connects different accounts and multiple blockchains, which will create ease of use for Web3, which we need because more people need to come into Web3 and use it daily to grow. And that's why this single account sounds really good, works really good, and many people will appreciate it. And for developers, this means smoother integrations and a simpler onboarding process. For end users, it means fewer steps, fewer fees, and more confidence that their transactions executed securely. After all these, you can see that Mono's site and dashboard, the project is building towards something quite ambitious, but also quite visionary and good. It's a unified experience for a fragmented world of blockchain. This presale may be still early, of course, but the foundations from its abstraction model to the upcoming SDK are already shaping up. And the way I understand it, Mono isn't positioned as another chain or app competing for just their attention. It's more like a framework, we can say, one that quietly connects the dots between all other chains people already use. So if you're exploring early stage projects that aims to change how we do things in Web3, Monoprotocol is one of the clearer examples. If you want to check it out yourself, you can find all the links down in the descriptions of this video. That's all for this video. We'll continue bringing the latest news and promising projects. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching Fintech. Until next time.